Hello, Bigfoot enthusiast. Scott here from Squatch America.
And Hannah, the domestic goddess in the paddy wagon. This domestic goddess made healthy pizza for supper.
We did. It was good.
It was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That's been the highlight of my day.
So we got a really big shoe for you today.
A really big shoe.
So before we get into it, let's do our intro. All right. Before we get into the really big part of the show tonight, what I want to do is share something with you. Last week we talked about this right here.
Play it again, Sam.
I can't play it again. I'm not set up for that. The big old shaky tree thing. But what happened was I got a message from a fellow Bigfooter guy who's really good at video stuff. His name's Thinker Thunker. And he had got a hold of the original video, which we had not had.
Do we have the original video now?
Oh, I don't have it now. He does.
What?
But anyway, what I found was, what he found, I should say, not me, was in this area right here, in the original video, you can actually see
the
machinery doing it.
I think some of our viewers were saying, hey, the original video has the machinery.
They were. And so that took care of that. So.
And that's why, isn't that why we are skeptics first?
Yeah, we are always skeptics first, just to make sure. Because, myself, I have missed things once in a while when I'm out in the woods looking. That was So
can't believe you dug up that picture. That's hilarious.
Anyway.
So what's new and exciting and interesting tonight?
New and exciting and interesting is some fantastic stuff out of the state of Vermont. And I forgot to throw our comments up there. We got a lot of comments in. Hi, everybody. Fat Rock Booger, Patty's with us.
Christina, Samantha, Dominique. I don't think we've seen Dominique here before. Welcome to this crazy train that we call a Bigfoot discussion.
So, anyone, if I think we got it. Where'd it go? There it goes. And thank you, Damon, for the super sticker.
He's keeping us in coffee.
Yes, you are. Thank you very much. So if you don't see Donna on the chat tonight, remember our good friend Donna from Vermont, is because dun dun dun. Here she is. She's on the air with us. Hi, Donna. Oh, I muted you. Sorry. There we go. Okay, now you can talk. Sorry. There we go. Hi.
I'm saying hi to everybody in the chat because I won't be chatting tonight because I need my glasses for that, and that's not attractive. So.
Okay.
And I have my sister here who just came back from driving 24 hours to Washington, D.C. and back. So she's in the corner there. She'll come and pop in and say hi.
Okay.
She doesn't want to say hi.
Oh,
here Karen. She comes.
Oh, there she is.
Hi.
Hi.
All right. So what's going on here is Donna, you could tell us a story. You guys went out to someplace in Vermont.
We did.
If you want to give a general area.
Yes.
I wouldn't be specific yet. But
no.
You're
right. Discuss that. So it's southern Vermont, and it's a place where I always go walk with my sister when we're down there. And we didn't go in the woody part because it's hunting season. So we didn't have our orange on. So we went to more open area where there's a big pond. We walked down there Saturday morning and we saw the print. And we're like, we brought the backpack and we've never cast before. So it was great for us to try it out casting. So we did that. And there was a big storm. So we put the plaster in. It was kind of thick. Storm came upon us. We're like, we have to get going. We left it there. Didn't know it'd come back to. And then we came back, and it was pretty good. We did crack it a little bit. It was our first time. But we also saw a whole another set of tracks. Now, right now in Vermont, like it was 39 degrees in the morning. So no one's walking around barefoot. Maybe they are. Could be, but not likely. Not that, but it's closed down the area. So you'd have to walk, and it's a good hike downhill. It's not a fun walk barefoot.
Yeah.
So, and then we went after the storm, because the water came up, went down. There was a whole set of tracks, which I sent you. I mean, some very clear, the toes, the feet, which almost looked fake to me. That's why I told you they looked fake. So I wasn't even sure what it was.
Well, I did some analysis on your photos, and we're going to share those with the folks right now.
Look at
now. This was the Trackway, right?
Yes.
Okay, and I kind of highlighted where the footprints were from what I could tell in the photo.
Yep.
So you have a whole Trackway. Now this was very reminiscent. Your Trackway here was very reminiscent to me to this Trackway here, which is a very famous one from Oregon. It's called the London Trackway, and this was all cast by Cliff Barrickman from Finding Bigfoot, where something had walked down to the water and back. So yours is a very similar situation here, where it's walking along the beach here.
Wow. Did he say how far the span was between the feet?
I think those were like 30 inches, 36 inches, something like that, 3 feet or so.
Yeah.
And what I gathered from yours, looking at it, if you take yours here, if they were like 15 inches, because I looked at your scale you got here, so 15 and a half inches.
Good on you for doing something to
have
a scale, by the way.
And
we are researchers now, aren't we?
Yes, you are. You are actually Squatch America researchers now.
And actually, we got this from you in Maine. We went to see you in Maine.
I know you did, and that's Dr. Meldrum's field guide. So that's really handy.
Hey, I think this is the first time you could say like a student has actually done their homework.
Yeah. See, it's all about the syllabus. You gave me. The
it is. Yeah. So. So with the 15-inch tracks, it looks like there's probably 31 inches between the footprints from where in your photo here.
Yeah.
So that's typical.
Yeah.
Especially in mud, they seem. And another thing I noticed about, I might have to go back. Go see. Not that one. Oop. This one here. If you see the footprints, they're very in a straight line.
Yep.
And that's very typical Sasquatch.
What's that?
They don't
one
walk.
there?
I think that's not a footprint. That's something else.
Okay.
So I'm glad you got the scale there. So this one here, when you said that looked kind of fake to you.
Yep.
That's because the toes are awfully splayed out here.
Yeah.
But if you look at the photo in your field guide there, it's the same. They usually, when they get in mud, the toes do splay out.
Okay.
Like that.
Is this the metatarsal break right there?
Yeah, and it looks to me like right here you can see there's that metatarsal break.
Yep.
Right there in the center.
Wow.
So you got the real deal there, I would have to call it.
Well, actually, the first day we went down there, before we saw the prints, it was around 7 in the morning. We were walking around the area closer to the tree line, the forest, and there was something big walking. We thought a deer. It was early in the morning. We thought a deer, and then we heard, we got spooked a little bit, as we do. And then we were walking, and we heard, it was so loud. It was a tree knock. Very loud, very distinct. It was right next to us. So that's when we walked away from the area, getting closer to the water, whereas, more of pavement and stuff. And that's when and we started to pray again, of course, because we were afraid. But and that's when we saw the print and then the prints.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you actually got a tree knock too.
We did. We did that morning. It was 7 in the morning. Yeah.
Wow.
So they were there.
Is awesome.
Yeah.
So here you casting your print. That was awesome.
Yes.
Oh, it's coming away from the water.
Yeah. And what was kind of this photo here
Yep.
was very interesting to me for a couple of reasons until you sent me that next one. Let's see, where was that? This one here.
Oh, that one is,
Yes.
wow.
Now, was this when you came back?
That was actually after the storm. That was the last day. That was Monday morning.
All right. This one is super significant.
Oh.
For a couple of reasons. One, the way it's laid out. You got the mid-tarsal break. You got the toes.
Very clear toes.
Very clear toes. But this shape in here,
Yep,
really caught my eye because, let's see if I go forward here. If you look at this here, and if you look at this here is the cripple foot cast that was taken in Washington.
right.
Similar.
If you see the nodule right here on the side of this foot,
Yep.
matches the nodule on this foot.
Wow.
But these ones here, the toes are splayed out. This one's not because they don't have to be. So if you take this print and overlay that print with it, it's a pretty close match.
Wow.
Is that
So you may have just found the Vermont version of cripple
The
foot.
cripple foot. I
Is
remember
that,
you guys talking about pain.
do you think that condition is common in the species?
I'm sure it is. One of the things that I learned, and it was part of my syllabus in college, was one of the traits that happen when you have an inbreeding system, like a group that has a lot of inbreeding in them. The first deformity you get is in the feet. So in these areas where Bigfoot is very restricted to smaller areas, I imagine there's a lot of inbreeding, and that's just my theory. So you will get a lot of deformities in the feet first. That's one of the things that they said about the Legend of Boggy Creek, the Falk Monster, three toes, was the fact that it might have been a very southern inbred. Not that I'm disparaging southern people, but
Hey, they're nice people. They are kind and nice.
They're kind
Yes.
and nice. But so what
That's
was
really
the fact
cool.
that it was inbreeding?
Yes, that's great. I can't wait to go back tomorrow. Hopefully it's still there. I'm going to cast everything.
Yes. Yeah. Cast everything. Everything.
That
Well,
is brilliant.
And then you can send me photos of the casts and stuff, and we can.
Mhm.
And I will. Yeah. Once we get all the casts done, and you can forward me pictures of the casts, and I've got these original photos. I will send them on to
Someone.
probably Dr. Jeff or Cliff Barrickman to see what they think, so we can get a second opinion on it. So,
Fantastic. That
Yeah.
area, I'm telling you, that's the Bennington Triangle.
oh,
That's where we had our experience before. Many experiences there, and there's a lot of known phenomenons that has happened in the triangle. So if anybody looks up the Bennington Triangle, you'll see all the different things that they think happen with Bigfoot. So you got more. Oh, look at my sister just brought. Can you see?
we're gonna have to
Fix it all.
Is it brand? I
Yeah.
can't show the brand name.
No.
I
Oh,
found
fix-
some.
I'm sorry. I was trying to get to you. Okay, boom. There we go.
Fix it all.
Fix it all. There you go.
Yay!
Remember, pancake batter. Let it set up.
Okay.
It's an
By the
early
way,
birth-
that stuff
early birthday
does.
present.
Yeah, that stuff does not dry. It's a chemical reaction, so you're not
Okay.
waiting for it to dry. It should get warm and then set up on its own.
Okay.
So the water just activates the chemical process.
Yes, she went
So.
upstairs. My birthday's next week, and I guess that was my birthday present. So she's right up there and got it to show me. So I'm gonna bring it
Well, it's gonna
tomorrow.
bring it tomorrow.
There you go.
Nice.
That
Thank
is so
you.
exciting to see all
That
this.
is so exciting.
Yeah. So what really got me about this one was this
The the nodule.
feature than the nodule on the side of the foot.
Wow.
And you can almost see the second one right there.
See, I didn't even think that was real because it looks so fake. The toes looks perfect.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
That is really cool.
It has a much more marked curvature in the foot than the
Really?
I think so.
Well, this is overlaid on it. It's almost
I know
exactly the
that,
same.
but I'm just saying, like, it goes out like that little. I mean, I'm not saying it's fake or anything. What I'm saying is that I'm looking at perhaps degree of deformity or something like that.
Yeah, they won't be exactly the same.
No.
But
that looks painful. Poor thing. There goes my poor heart, all, feeling sorry for the crippled Bigfoot.
Yeah.
And he's so big. He's got a lot of weight on him. It must really hurt.
Yeah.
And we know what aching feet make you feel like. Why is Bigfoot mean? Well, wouldn't you be mean if you had aching feet all the time? Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
So did you get a measurement of that one too, by chance?
No, because that was the day we were leaving. We left around 7:30, went down there to take a quick look again, and just took off. So no, I think I have a picture with my foot next to it. It wasn't that big, width-wise. I think maybe, a little bit bigger than mine. But I think there was a picture of my foot next to it. I could try to send you.
Okay, that'd be great.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
I think I was wondering if there's a lot of juveniles too, because some of the foots were small. They were smaller.
Yep.
Listen, juveniles. Are there a lot of juveniles?
Yeah, absolutely. and typically,
he got distracted by the comments.
And typically, the juvenile prints in historic ones that I've seen, we've cast a juvenile print ourselves, and I know the Freeman film, Paul Freeman had cast some that I have saw his casts, and they do tend to have their toes splayed out further than the adults, so they kind of grow into their feet, kind of thing.
Yeah, so like a puppy.
They walk on their tippy toes.
Yep, and they walk on their tippy toes more.
So what else? Is that all the excitement?
That's it. Well, do you need any more excitement?
Well, we got 43. We got 43 minutes here.
That's
my gosh.
Well, actually, I can tell you something else exciting. When we first got there, before we saw the feet, there's 2 eagles that are there nesting all the time, and I got video of an eagle coming right down in front of me and my sister, a bald eagle, and getting a fish right in front of us and swooping right back up.
That is so cool.
It was amazing.
So
yeah.
Cool.
So that was really cool. It was a great day. 2 great finds. But nope, I'm excited to go back tomorrow, look again. I'm sure they'll still be there. Like I said, there's been no more rain since then. And it's been kind of cold at night, so. There's a lot of activity. There's a lot of scat everywhere. Actually, we were looking up scat, different kind of scats. What is this? What is that? And you saw the dog print it sent you. It was a canine.
Yeah,
we don't have wolves in Vermont, but it was huge. So that was one big dog.
You don't have wolves that you know of.
Well,
no. Actually, what was it? Yeah, it's on the East Coast, I think. Well, anyway, I think from Michigan eastward, they have these things called coy wolves. After the wolves were reintroduced in Canada, they were crossbreeding with coyotes, and they were moving south. The coy wolves, they call them. They're kind of half coyote, half wolf thing. So it could be one of those. But typically, coyotes, when they poop, they will poop on top of a rock.
Yes. Yeah, we did see some of that.
Okay. Yeah.
But we saw a lot of pellet scat, which we knew it wasn't a deer because and we knew it wasn't a moose. So we're trying to figure out what it was. It was a lot. It kept going all the way, like probably 30 feet. Just kept going and going. I'm like, wow, that was a lot of work.
Our Bigfoot don't do pellet poop, do they?
I don't think so.
No.
No, there's a lot of wildlife around there. So
bear? Use bears?
No, I had bear poop in the front yard. It wasn't that.
They look more people-ish, or
foxes?
Nope, they're dogs.
I don't know, porcupines. I know there's porcupines and
I'm not sure what porcupine poop
Me
looks
neither.
like. I've never seen it. So
Yeah, we started looking it up, but then we were like, we don't want to look at this right now. It was almost supper time, so
yeah.
then we didn't go back to it.
So,
But actually, even that night, I left my windows open and we heard an owl. I woke my sister up. Ran and got her, like, come on, listen to this. But it wasn't Bigfoot, it was an owl. It was a barred owl we heard. So.
We did get another report in from Maine that we're going to be looking at in the next few weeks, too.
Yep. And there's been some discussion about Bigfoot and barn owl sounds, but I've heard some.
That. Yep.
Yeah, I've heard some recordings that where they play the barn owl and then the other sound, and it was close but not the same. Basically kind of stuff. So.
Well, that's what we did. We tried to figure out. We knew it was really close, and we've heard sounds before, and so we looked up different kind of owls. And the closest we got to the sound we heard, which I recorded, I can send it to you, but I'm sure it's an owl. It was a barred owl. It sounded like it anyway. But 2 nights in a row, and we heard a big loud whistle too. So I mean, there was a lot of activity that weekend.
Wow.
Definitely.
Oh, that's cool. Well, it's hunting season.
It's hunting season. Yes.
Right. So there's probably a lot more people in the woods, so they're having to
maybe they leave the
communicate.
woods.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I didn't think of that.
So.
Yeah, it definitely was. It was a good weekend.
Yeah.
I was more excited about both of us. Were excited about casting a print because we've never done it before. So
There
now
you
that
go.
the first one done, I'm not as afraid.
Oh, there you go.
And I got the big box.
All right.
Fix it all.
Fix it all.
I
There
can
you go.
practice all I want.
Yeah, there you go. So that'll be great. Yeah. Well, definitely if you can cast that Cripplefoot one.
Yes.
And then any other ones you think that looks good, cast those too. And it never hurts.
Now I'll do as much as I can. Now, what should I do? Like, we brought a pizza box we had to put the cast on, but how do you find carrying them when you take them out? Do you put on anything special or like a board?
You dig the whole thing out.
Really, I
Right.
usually kind of dig the whole thing out, and then a lot of times, if I'm close enough to my vehicle, I usually keep like one of those Rubbermaid bins with layers of foam in it,
Yep.
or
Yep.
wrap them in bubble wrap.
Bubble wrap.
Yeah, there. You can get that at the dollar store.
Yeah.
Just wrap them in bubble wrap and bring them home and let it cure for a couple days, then wash them off with water.
Yeah, I have to go up a very big hill, so I'll probably do it in stages.
Yeah.
I'll get my workout. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, you can bubble wrap them and stick them in the backpack
Can I
too.
drag them up the hill?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a sled.
There you go. That'll
Yes.
work.
I'll get the sled and pile them on in there.
Yeah. Or one of those little red wagons that you can pull behind you.
Oh, that'd be even better. I can go down the hill in the wagon.
Yeah. That'll work. So,
Mhm.
so we've had a lot of people
Saying hello.
saying hello that just popped into the chat. In case you don't know what's going on, folks, I'm going to throw this back up. We're talking with Donna here from Vermont.
One of our very own.
We got one of our very own Squatch Americans, and
Yes.
and she found this kind of significant find in Vermont. We've got what looks to be a Vermont version of Cripplefoot, and she also found a trackway, which was
Pretty awesome.
very similar to the London Trackway. So it's like two of the biggest Bigfoot finds in history. You just got them in one shot.
Wow.
So,
I like
love
what Patty said. Cripplefoot, Vermont, found by Donna.
Yeah,
A significant
Ooh,
day in
like that,
history.
a significant day in history. Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Here, I'll go up there.
So no.
I'm gonna frame the pictures. I'm gonna have them all.
Here it
developed.
is.
There you go.
Down in history. Cripplefoot, Vermont, found by Donna. Down in history.
There you go.
Thanks, Patty.
Yeah, thanks, Patty. Yep.
I think we need to take our commercial break right now.
Oh, it is time.
It
Okay.
is time.
All
So,
right. Sorry, folks. Housekeeping. Here we go.
housekeeping. So, what is our housekeeping? Where are all of our sites for the housekeeping?
Oh, I don't have
What?
any.
What?
What? I should load them in here. I
Yeah, you
haven't.
should load them in here.
All right.
Okay, folks, Patreon. If you have not jumped over to Patreon, patreon.com/Squatch America, please hop over there and you can sponsor us monthly for $3 or $5 a month. Just to help keep the research going, make sure that we can get out there. Scott actually has told me that he's planning a trip out to the woods to do some filming. He needs lots of coffee. So
Yeah.
there's that. You can also support us by, what do they click on? What do we call it? The coffee club?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that looks like.
It says join below on YouTube.
Oh,
right
on
now.
YouTube, it'll have a join below button. I'll just shout out Damon has thrown money at us through that. And every time we hit $100, Facebook sends it to us. So, hey.
Which is very few and far between, but that's all right.
That's okay.
We're not in this for the dollars.
But it is nice to have dollars to put. And if you've seen gas prices.
Yeah, it helps us get in the woods.
Yeah, if we ever have hope of getting to the Bennington Triangle in person, we're going to have to be able to catch up and go.
Yeah.
We will be doing, of course, most of our work here in the Pacific Northwest this winter. But
right. So, yeah. So to let you guys know, I am here. But hey, Papa Craig, I am in.
We're
Baker.
here.
We're here. I need to send me an email at squatchamerica.com.
Or squatchamerica@gmail.com.
At gmail.com. And we want to get over to LeGrand and see you in person.
It's true.
And so I'll be spending a lot of time in my old stomping ground in the Blue Mountains, not too far from where the Freeman film was taken, by the way. So we had requests for us to film our in the woods excursions. Well, I say mine. So
I really am a domestic goddess inside the paddy wagon. So if we can get the paddy wagon there, I'm good. If he is expecting me to spend the night in a hammock, I am not so good.
Yeah. So yeah, I hammock camp. My son calls it the bear burrito, but
yeah,
I'm good with it.
And speaking of excursions, it is really important that he goes off with food to fuel his body. And the easiest way to do that, of course, is through
My Patriot Supply.
Would you stop?
Okay.
Is by taking stuff that all you have to do is add water to, boil hot water and add water to it. And My Patriot Supply is how we do that. It is also great to build an emergency stash of food. And even, you know what, when the mainstream news is saying get ready for food shortages, when they're not lying about it, it's really coming. So, get some emergency food supply. Just click on our My Patriot Supply link that's in the YouTube description, and you can get a 4-week supply for a discount. And it says 4 weeks. It's 4 weeks at 2,000 calories a day. I don't eat 2,000 calories a day. I could probably, split each one of those days into, in half and be just fine. So really my 4-week supply is an 8-week supply. They also have, if you've got dietary needs like gluten-free, high protein, all that, they've got those options as well.
So there. All right, that's done. Back to our chat. Hi, Donna.
I'm back.
She's back. So I know Papa Craig stepped away for a little while and came back, and we've got some new people in. What we're talking with Donna about her fantastic find in the Bennington Triangle in Vermont.
Thanks, Danny.
Danny said you're the goddess, period.
I got fanboys.
You got fanboys. So what we pointed out before, and it's kind of interesting, is this trackway is kind of significant when you can get this many footprints in a row. Um, it's pretty amazing. So if you something else, Donna, when you go back there,
Yes.
count how many prints you got.
Yeah. Well, you know,
measure, take a tape measure. Write down like draw a little graph on a piece of paper and say this is print 1 and it's this many inches, long, and then it's this far from heel to heel or from toe to toe, whichever way you want to measure it.
Yeah.
To the next one, to the next one, to the next one. So we've got a chart, basically of where the footprints were, and how far apart they were.
The only thing is I don't measure things; I measure things.
So are you saying that you need lots of time to go back there and do all this?
Yeah. Oh, she's making fun of me talking funny.
Measure instead of measure.
Measure. Yeah.
Where you said Washington?
Washington.
Washington. There's an R in that word. The Washington.
Yeah. I married me a hillbilly. It's true.
I grew up in the mountains of Oregon.
Speaking of which, I don't see Dale on tonight.
Yeah.
Oh no, no Dale.
Oh, that's what I said. You're talking to Dale.
But I will. I'll go back there. Like you said, I'll do from heel to heel, toe to toe.
Well, and I think I know where Dale is. It's hunting season.
Oh, he's probably out getting.
He's moose hunting right now. So.
Well, maybe he'll find Bigfoot too.
Yep, maybe he will. He's in the North Main woods right now. So.
Danny says, "Fan man, I got 14 kids and 11 grandchildren." Danny, if your wife hasn't already told you, men are only big boys.
Yeah.
With bigger, more expensive toys, but they don't really change at heart. All right, you've got 27 minutes to fill up. Go for it.
So, Donna, start talking.
I wanted to say.
Where's Karen? Okay.
I wanted to say one more thing before we start talking. You don't know I'm going to say this, so don't kick me under the table if you don't like it. He kicks me under the table. I wanted to just put an invitation out there that you don't have to be special to do this. If you are out there and you have a find, you have an experience, you send us stuff, we will bring anyone on show with us. So I think it could be fun if every few weeks we had a different Squatch American on just like this to talk about what they're doing. And oh my gosh, it's almost like we're going to be a Bigfooter support group for realsies.
Yeah, I would love that.
Hi, my name is Hannah and I believe in Bigfoot.
No, and I know not all of us can get out into the woods, and that's okay. There's a lot of research that can be done online, trust me, and just like sharing the information and getting it out there and things.
Well, the other thing too is the tree structures. We did find also a tree twist, so a lot of people don't think about looking at trees.
Right.
So that's the thing. Even if you're walking anywhere, you can look at trees and see, it's kind of weird that they fell in that place or they're twisted. And so that's another thing to look for also. Yeah.
Did you get pictures of that too?
We did. Yes.
Oh, good.
Yes. And there was another one. It was weird. It looked like it was cut, but it certainly wasn't cut because it was in the middle of nowhere. Who would have something to cut there? But then at the end part, it was twisted. We'll send you a picture of that.
Okay. That's awesome. That'd be good.
We like those twisty ones.
Yes.
And also look for hair when you got tree twists and stuff where they grab it and stuff. They often leave hair.
Right.
So
maybe you get some dusting prints and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I have a DNA kit too. So if you can swab stuff with it takes a clean. You got to keep everything really clean for that. Yeah. But if you take just a magnifying glass with you so you can look close at, the bark and stuff and see if you can find little tiny hairs and pick them up with tweezers and put them in plastic bags. And I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who I can send those to.
So my hour walk is going to turn into a 3-hour walk.
Exactly.
With magnifying glasses and
welcome to the world of Bigfooting.
Yep. And you need one of those Sherlock Holmes hats too. So.
Yes.
I tell you what, one of the reasons why I generally don't go out a lot with him is because he can be in like a 10 square foot area and be happy as a clam for 4 hours in that little area. I'm going, are we done yet?
Yeah.
Can we go now? I'm going to be over here looking at it's true.
I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to lay down and take a nap now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, I have actually spent a couple summers working on archaeological digs where I got a 1 foot by 1 foot square. That's mine that I'm slowly brushing away, for 3 months, going down inches at a time. So
see, that's what I get for marrying a hillbilly archaeologist, and that's what he gets for marrying a Jewish princess, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
we're kind of mismatched bookends.
Yeah,
but it works. So
it works. So yeah, I don't think you kind of realized how significant I think what you found is.
No, that's truly amazing. Just seeing what you mapped out for me and the actually stride the prints and stuff. It looks great. I'm very excited now.
Yeah. So if you look at like the photo I have up here, that's the London Trackway. That was it was London Lake here in Oregon, and you can see the prints and how they cast them all. What they did is they measured each one of them, took photos of each one of them, made a chart on a piece of paper of how they're laid out and how far each one of them is apart from each other. And then they cast them all. And then they marked each one on their chart. They numbered the footprints and then they numbered the cast so they know which one was in what spot. To give you a little heads up on that so you can keep everything straight.
Yes. By that.
I think they had, if I remember right in the back of my head, I think they had 54 footprints in that one. That was a lot.
Yeah.
So I know Cliff Barrickman said they went through like 2 of the 25-pound bags of plaster casting those. All of them. And they were there for days doing it.
Wow. All right then.
I'm thinking if Bigfoot went down to London Lake now, he'd be wondering where all the water was.
Yeah. So, yeah, and just from the photos, like that one there is a good one.
Yeah.
You can see where I'm circling it.
Yeah, that was really clear.
Yep. And
and that one was really deep too.
Yeah. The deeper ones are easier to cast too, because you don't have to build a little dam around them or anything.
Right.
But yeah, this was really, really exciting when you sent me these photos. I'm like, oh my gosh, she just she just went down in history.
I wasn't going to send them. I'm like, they're probably just nothing.
No,
I'm
they
glad
look really good. Yeah, they look really good to me. I'm talking. Yeah, it's they're amazing. It'll be Roger Patterson and Donna.
Oh wow.
That'll be the next famous Bigfoot is Donna.
Yeah.
Patty and Donna.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave now. I'm going to go to Vermont now. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I'm going to get there at crack of dawn.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, I was really excited at these. And when you sent me, like you sent those other ones the first day, and then the next day you sent me this one, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's the Vermont Cripplefoot.
Yeah, and that, I almost did because it look fake to me. I'm like, what is that? It looks too perfect. The toes and everything.
Right. But there's there's ways of telling when I look at these photos, people who will fake prints with their hands, they'll scoop the dirt out sideways, so you'll get this ridge of dirt around the outside of it. That's not there.
No.
This was an actual imprint.
You can see where the weight was down right in front of the toes.
Yeah, you can see where it pushed forward, And it's got all the telltale signs of a Bigfoot print because you've got the toes are deep.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've got this front ridge pad, which is as deep as the toes. And then this back part isn't quite as deep as the rest of it because when they step, and then they bend their mid-tarsal break and then come off on their toes like this.
And you've got a very clear mid-tarsal break right there.
Right. So it looks like it was stepped correctly. You know, it meets all the criteria. It's not, if it was a fake foot, they usually just push straight down like this.
And look how much deeper at the very edge of the toes it is.
Right.
Because that's where the most of the weight goes as it's coming up.
Right.
It's even deeper than here.
And another thing, some people say when you got these and they're crooked like this, is a double step bear print will look that way. But
I'm not seeing.
There's no claw marks here, which
Yeah.
are distinctive. Bear's toes are all the same size. These are different.
Yeah.
And plus you don't have any claw prints or toes where
Right
you
there.
would see right here. So that's definitely
Very, very, very likely.
yeah, it is.
I couldn't think of my English.
I would give it a 98% chance that's a Bigfoot.
Wow.
Oh, so exciting.
Yeah, especially hearing that tree knock now. I mean, really, before we even saw the prints, we were walking at, like I said, 7 a.m, we heard that loud noise. First of all, we were afraid because we heard something follow us all the way to the water area.
Oh,
It was
Oh.
very big. We thought it was a
They were
deer,
being
really. And when we were going over the bridge to get to, because it was all wooded area up there, we were walking, and then went over a bridge to get to the water part. That's where we heard the noise all the time, and things being thrown too, but not big. Maybe a small sized rock. We thought it was squirrels or maybe chipmunks, you know. And then we heard that very loud knock. First, we thought it was like a tree falling, and then it was just so you heard the ping of the hitting the tree, and so then we started. We're like, yeah, let's leave. So we started walking towards the water, which going up the hill would go to the car, and that's when we saw the prints and started looking.
So
wow.
I have a question for you. Was there, you mentioned that something was following you?
Yes.
Was there any other wildlife sound when you were there? Or was it quiet?
No, it was quiet. It was quiet.
There's another.
There's another.
Yeah.
The only other thing, did you smell anything bad?
No.
No,
No.
that's not always the fact either.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that is
No, we didn't smell
really,
anything.
really cool. Patty says in the chat, Scott, you need to go help her. I happen to be I'm always on the wrong side of the country when this stuff happens. I was right there just not 2 months ago. So,
Right.
But-
Oh, has it been that
But I
long?
mean, we've had many experiences, a couple of them so far. So obviously, this is the area for them.
yeah.
You know, because the first experience we had, I thought, well, maybe they're migrating through. Because after that first experience we had, we haven't heard or seen anything since then. And but now, I mean, this past couple weeks, so maybe they settled down.
Or maybe it's a migratory pattern. I've run into that too, where there's this area I like to go to all the time, and during the fall it's really hot. I find footprints, and that's where I got the photo of one. But the rest of the year it's like nothing out there.
When we heard our audio, it was in July, and the second time was also like July, August time. But then it's been very warm, you know. So now we're looking at October. So maybe they come through and stay for a while and then move on.
Yeah, that very well.
Well, if they
could be.
follow the food.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's plenty of food.
Yeah.
But no, I'm excited to go back tomorrow. I'll do some more measuring and casting, and
I can't wait to see what you
can't-
send us.
Yeah.
I hope it's not all gone.
Yeah. I hope not. I hope,
But-
this print here is still there. I hope it's
If-
still there.
Even if it is, though,
Mhm.
now you know where to keep going back to.
Yeah, exactly.
So
And we walk there often.
Yeah.
We go there a lot.
Yeah.
We just didn't go in the woods part because it was hunting season. So we went, closer to where more people would go.
Yeah.
But it's they close it down. They open Memorial Day and they close Labor Day. So if you really want to go down to that area, you have to walk, and it's not easy. It's not fun. It's a workout.
Okay.
So it's not like people are there all the time.
Yeah, I one of the first prints I ever found was something I looked at the print. I took some photos of it, and like you, I said, that can't be,
Yeah.
So I went home, and I didn't have casting material with me anyway. And it took me a week to get back to the spot because it was another hike like that to get in there. And when I got back with casting material, the print was gone. Grass had grown up through it and just destroyed it. But that was early in the springtime, so you probably won't have that problem in the fall.
No, it should still be there.
It should still be there.
Yeah, it's only been it won't be a week, and there has been rain since, and the nights have been cold, and that's real silt, kind of mud. It definitely should be there anyway.
It's that New England sand.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, should I put the barrier around there? Around outside because I don't know. This not that deep.
Yeah, I would around the lower areas where it's really thin.
Yeah.
Like across this side. And like what I usually do is just take like those dollar store poster boards.
Yes.
And I cut them into strips about 2 inches, or strips. And then what I do is just take paper clips and paper clip the strips together and kind of bend them and shape them around the foot. Mm-hmm. And then you can stick them down in the mud if you can't. If you can't, I'll take paper clips and then fold them and stab them in the ground and hook the top of them to hold it down, and then cast it. Yeah.
All right.
So we've got a lot of hunters on our comment thread.
Okay.
Renee is getting ready to go elk hunting.
Yep.
So I was thinking, if you're out there hunting, check water sources.
Yep. Always do.
Always check the water sources because, they've got to come get water. And it seems like it would be, their prints are going to take easier. There's more likelihood that you're going to find them in that kind of soil. And if there's anywhere that it's going to be near a water source.
Yep. That's one of the things I do when I'm out bigfooting is wherever there's creeks and stuff, I will follow the edge of the creek ways as opposed to just walking through the forest. So that's where you find most of the prints is near water.
Okay, so do we want to open up for questions or?
Yeah, we
got 11 minutes.
So if you got questions for Donna or us, just jump in there.
Patty said to record your return, you're 2 for 3.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So record everything. So take some selfies while you're there.
Do selfie videos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So that'll be fun. Any questions popping up? Can you see the chat, Donna?
I can't. No.
Oh, okay.
I can.
All right. Since we got 12.
We've got 11 minutes.
So, anywho,
that's kind of it.
Song and dance time. All right, there we go. Oh, nope, I guess not.
Nope. Papa Craig says it's really, really, really cool.
It is really, 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 really cool.
That's an
all in caps, Donna.
understatement.
That is.
Thanks, Papa.
Yeah, that is an understatement.
Yeah,
for sure.
Very cool. Yes.
I'm really excited about what you found.
This is actually a lot more likely to be Bigfoot than that video we watched last week.
Yes. way more likely.
Papa wants to know where the tracks went. Did they wander off into the woods?
It's funny. I was trying to think back because I thought somebody was going to ask that or I would talk about it. And they went down to the water. I'm trying to remember now. The tracks went down to the water. And then there's like a lot of high grass and then they kind of disappeared. So I think they kind of went off to the grassland area.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of typical. It's like the London Trackway. The problem with the way they got like 50 some odd tracks was because it had to walk down to a lake was way low, so I had to walk way out there to the water, and then they had to come back.
Yeah.
But if
Patty, you don't need to be sorry for being chatty. We want people to be chatty.
yeah.
Chat away.
And Patty said,
I just said that.
Okay.
We want people to chat. Well, some people don't want me to chat, but I'm going to keep chatting.
Yeah. No, you're fine. Let's see. Nope, nothing was. They did not wander off into the woods. Okay. We just went over that.
Yes, that's why I'm supposed to be watching the chat and not you, because you get confused.
I do. I get so excited about this stuff. Oh my gosh.
This is cool. Okay, I'm going to put it out there. He's going to kick me under the table. He did it again. He said to me the other day, Hannah, what if we just called a kibosh on the Bigfoot stuff? I almost poked him in the eyeballs. He's feeling a little bit stir crazy because he's been here fixing his mom's house and hasn't been able to get out to the woods.
Yeah.
Feeling discouraged. So here's what we can do to help that. Like, share, spread. This is going to be up tomorrow. He's going to edit this a little bit, put descriptions on it and all that. You're going to get it ready. He's going to post it, like it, share it, put it on your
post automatically now, but
whatever. You can go in there and edit the description and all that.
Yeah, I can.
Can I finish?
Yes.
Like, share, post it on your social media, put it on your Facebook and your Instagram, link it to your Twitter account. If you have one of those alternative social media things, post it there too. I've got a few of those. I never go to them. Mm-hmm. But so let's get this party started. And honestly, I think if we have more real people on sharing their experiences, the better it's going to be. We could have like Bigfoot campfire talks.
Yeah, we do.
Or, I don't know. But here's the thing. It's one thing to go with your Footprint Friday videos or your own professorial lecture, blah, 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 blah. It's another thing for real people like all of you to come off the chat, come onto our StreamYard and to talk to us and make it live. And I think honestly,
it's a virtual town hall meeting.
Yes, that's what thank you. That's what we need to do. And that's what's going to kick this off when people realize that they can come here and tell their stories.
Yeah. And something I want to throw in there. I want to thank everybody who's in the chat right now, everybody who's watching us. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. You are our Squatch Americans.
You're kind of like our family.
You are Squatch America. It's not just us.
Yeah.
He
was feeling kind of lonely yesterday. So Papa, when can we come to La Grande? We were in La Grande yesterday, actually. Yeah. Where were you? Yeah. Anyway, so if you have anything that you want to share with us, let's not do it in chat. Just shoot us an email or a text message or whatever, and we will bring you on live.
Yeah. In fact, we can throw the email address right there.
And don't be afraid. It's not that scary.
Whoa, what happened?
You screwed.
No, I didn't. Go.
Here's our
it's not that scary.
Here's our email address. It really could not be any simpler. squatchamerica@gmail.com.
Yep. Oh, Papa was hunting pheasants yesterday.
Did you get anything? I love roast pheasant. I really do.
Yep.
Pan roasted pheasant. Oh my gosh. One of my favorites. I've only had it once.
It's really kind of sad that I'm going to be spending all this time here in Oregon, and we switched our home state affiliation to South Dakota. So now I am an out-of-state hunter in my own state I grew up in.
And it's a stupid amount of money to get a hunting license for him now.
Yeah.
So, you got two, Papa. Awesome. Those are some good eating.
Yep. That's awesome. So,
with all that said, thank you so much, everyone. We love
thank
you
you,
all.
Donna, for being with us.
Thank
Yay! Everyone give snaps for Donna.
Snaps for Donna.
That will tell you what my favorite movie is right there. Snaps for Donna. Anyone? Anyway, And just, yes, again, like, subscribe, share, click the bell, do all the things, help us grow Squatch America,
Right.
so that he won't come to me in his moments of loneliness and frustration and say, honey, what if we just stopped the Bigfoot thing?
Yeah.
Don't stop. No.
I tattled on him.
Oh no, I wasn't gonna. I wouldn't. Yeah.
He was feeling
Stop
lonely
the
and
public
frustrated.
I wouldn't say the public version of it. I mean, go back out in the woods and just stay there by myself.
But you've got so many people. Honestly, we're going to grow up by letting people tell their stories on the air. His original plan for Squatch America was to go and do town hall meetings, and I think we're going to have to bring the town hall meetings to us.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
we're
going to make it work.
We're going to make it work.
Dang straight.
Thanks to all of you.
Yes. All right. Put that slide up.
Put that slide up.
Yeah. So our job is to investigate the unexplained.
Not to explain the uninvestigated.
So until next week, keep it squatchy and
go out and find Bigfoot.
And share it with us. Yes.
And share it with
and we'll
us
bring you on.
in our group. Thank you and
bye.
Bye.